7 mistakes I see people make when they're going through the probate process in Georgia. Let's talk about that. Since I got certified as a probate specialist in real estate, I've helped many families navigate through the probate process and get their house ready to sell and go on the market. I have also seen plenty of people make mistakes. And if you're going through the probate process right now in the state of Georgia, I don't want you to make these mistakes. So let's dive into the 7 mistakes so you can avoid them and your probate process can go smooth. Mistake number 1, lack of expert guidance. In the state of Georgia, it is completely legal to go to the probate court all by yourself and go and fill out the petition paperwork for the court. I'm certain that the people at the courthouse can help guide you, and I am going to highly recommend that you hire an attorney who specializes in probate. They are going to know exactly how to fill out that paperwork. It's going to fast track the process so that you're ensured that you're not making a mistake. And especially if your family is not getting along or they don't want you to be the administrator or the executor, then hiring that attorney to help protect you and the estate is key. Mistake number 2, failing to understand how the probate process even works. The first step you should be doing is gathering as much information as possible, such as the death certificate, if there's a will, if there's a trust. Heck, if there's a trust, you get to avoid the probate process altogether. But finding those things and gathering them up so that you can then go to that attorney and take that paperwork over to them and make sure that everything goes smooth sailing. If you can't find a will and you think that there's one that exists but you can't find it, or you have a copy and not the original, you can still go through the probate process. You just have to petition as an administrator. Again, this is where the guidance of a good probate attorney can help you out in this process. Mistake number 3, choosing the wrong service providers to help you liquidate all of the personal property and or the real estate. So I have seen some people get frustrated with estate sale people who will do the estate sale and everything will go wonderful, but then they're still left with getting rid of the stuff that didn't sell. So really asking the estate sale person if they offer that as a service, and if they don't, then you know that you're going into that with eyes wide open and that you might need to hire additional people to help you get rid of the items. Not having a professional real estate agent who understands probate is also another mistake I see people make. There's little nuances when it comes to selling a home that is an estate, having the correct wording in a contract, making sure that you've got a bank account open for when those funds are going to be dispersed into that bank account, and that you've got an EIN number from the federal government. Those little nuances, most real estate agents don't know that that's needed. So seeking out a real estate agent like myself who specializes in probate. Mistake number 4, thinking that the probate process, it's only going to take a few weeks and the attorney's going to do everything for you. Now, the probate process can last anywhere from 1 to 2 years from the time that you petition to the court to the time you actually settle the estate and distribute all of the funds to the heirs. That can take all the way up to 2 years. Now, have I seen where people have gotten their letters of administration and their letters of testamentary in a matter of weeks? Absolutely. If the family's getting along and you petition the probate court and the probate court is running smoothly through their process, I've seen letters of administration come back in as little as 6 weeks' time. But that's just the beginning. That only gives you the permission to begin to disperse of all the personal property and be able to sell the house. or other properties that are a part of the estate. Also, the attorney's not going to do everything for you. They are there to guide you through the legal process of probate. They often don't understand the legal aspects of a real estate contract, or they may not have people who they know who can help you, such as a move manager or a person who can haul away junk or someone who can do an estate sale for you. Those are those kind of vendors that they're not going to be able to guide you on that. They may have some recommendations, but you don't want to be calling the attorney and have them charge you every conversation you have around these things. That's why reaching out to somebody like me who specializes in probate and real estate, that I can recommend these people for you and start gathering up a list and a plan on getting these things sold. Number 5, failing to secure the personal property. Now, it's a funny thing that when someone dies, sometimes the personal property in their home grows legs and winds up and walks away. This could be because family members are coming and going out of the house, and maybe grandma or grandpa told them that this item over here was going to go to them, but it doesn't say it in the will. And technically, you're not supposed to get rid of any of the personal property until the executor or the administrator has their letters of testamentary. So really, once your loved one dies, making sure that the locks are changed on the house, because you don't know who in the neighborhood might have keys, and somebody might take advantage of that situation. Or families, when people pass away, money is a strange thing, and families tend to fight around those things. So securing the personal property is key. Mistake number 6, failing to keep the property insured. Now, this kind of goes into when you're gathering up all those paperworks, making sure you find the insurance policy. If there is a mortgage on the house, you need to make sure that that mortgage is being paid. In the state of Georgia, we are a non-judicial state, meaning that if you're going to be foreclosed upon, the bank doesn't have to take you in front of a court of law to start those foreclosure proceedings. And even though the home's in real estate, this does not stop the foreclosure proceedings in Georgia. The bank could absolutely take away the house if you're not making payments on the mortgage. So trying to figure out whether or not the taxes and insurance is in that mortgage payment, or if it's separate, and making sure that it's insured, because you now have a vacant house. Anything can happen, from something breaking on the inside, maybe you have a water leak, to a storm comes through and a tree falls on the roof. Making sure you have the proper insurance, because this is the estate, and as the fiduciary of the estate, when you're the administrator and when you're the executor, you have a fiduciary responsibility to make sure that everything is held together appropriately in this state. Therefore, making sure that taxes are paid, insurance is paid, and that mortgage payment is paid. Because even if you don't pay property taxes and there is no mortgage, the county can also foreclose upon you. And we don't want any of that happening to you. Mistake number 7, trying to sell your house and not understanding the real estate market. The real estate market is a forever moving target, and what happened last year is not even going to dictate on what's going to happen in the future. So really understanding what kind of market you're in. Are you in a seller's market? Are you in a buyer's market? Are you in a balanced market? It depends on where the house is located. Also, what condition is the house in? There are some houses that are in brilliant condition and can just go on the market, with all other houses that are on the market that are also in great condition. There are some that are not in good condition. But I'm going to tell you there's a buyer for every single house because price will overcome condition. And having a real estate agent who can look at the market and determine where you need to price a house based on condition, well, that's where you need somebody who specializes in probate and has ran up against houses that might be in great condition and might not be in so great condition and know how to sell them both. Well, I hope those 7 steps help you out. If you want to dig deeper into those 7 steps, we actually have an ebook. Look for the link below so that you can download that and get access to it. If you are going through the probate process in Georgia and you're looking for a good real estate agent who understands the probate process, reach out to me. If you're not in the greater Atlanta area, then I can certainly get you an agent who understands probate in your neck of the woods. Until next time, bye. Are you digging the kind of content I'm producing? Then be sure to watch this next video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way, you'll be in the know when I release my next video.